Uh, hey everyone, Sid, the Nerdy Mark here. I'm not gonna do the whole intro and everything. Uh, wow. So today was kind of an interesting day. Um, I think this was something that a lot of us did expect to happen sooner or later, but obviously we weren't prepared for when it was gonna happen. I think all the memes that we saw of, you know, this happening, it was so true. Um, right. Anyway, but I think the I got this news when I was at work, so it hit me like a ton of bricks, especially. I don't know how I got any work done today, but I managed. Right. Anyway, so for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, I mean, obviously you saw the title of the video and everything, but obviously Miss Stanley Martin Lieber, better known as Stan Lee, um, the chief editor, publisher, writer, creator of many, uh, creator and eventually chairman of Marvel Comics. Stan Lee has tragically passed away at the ripe old age of 95. Stan Lee, obviously, he's created many, many memorable characters, including Iron Man, Spider Man, the Incredible Hulk, just to name a couple, right? And it's never easy when there's a loss. Now I'll be honest, I don't do this quite often. I know, like I know I haven't done, like a full video for like a lot of the pro wrestlers that have passed away. Like I know, like for Bruno Sammartino and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. I know I just kind of said rest in peace in the beginning. Gave him a little segment on my on the review of Raw and SmackDown when I was doing that. But I wanted to talk about Stan Lee just because he is he's probably the biggest icon in all of comic books. Hell, not just even in comic books. I think even just in pop culture. I mean, obviously, even just in pop culture, just in nerd culture for that matter. Honestly, even he's. I would say I would even argue with saying that he's had a lot of influence. At least his creations, maybe not directly, but indirectly through his creations, he's had a lot of influence on many pro wrestlers. A lot of people, a lot of superstars from the NXT. I know I saw Johnny Gargano and Punishment Martinez. They both sent out their condolences to Stan Lee, or sent out their rest in peace messages to Stan Lee. So obviously, they're Braun Strowman, who obviously is inspired by the Incredible Hulk quite a bit, and I think that someone like him, if he was able to reach so many different universes, so many different industries within entertainment. I mean, that's something. He's not just a comic book legend. He's a pop culture legend, right? And I think someone like him, without him, there would be no Marvel Comics. Obviously, I mean there may have been, but not in the way that we know it, right? I mean, probably without him, there may not have even been a Nerdy Mark channel. Without him, my two favorite characters, Deadpool and the Punisher, would not exist, right? And hold on one sec. There's a little notification on my phone, so sorry about that. But this is the one that kind of got me really shocked, because I know Stan Lee was. I mean, he was 95 years old, but he was always so full of energy and full of pep and just a very sprightly gentleman. And it's like, oh my goodness, this man. I joke around about Vince McMahon and the Lazarus Pit, and all that. And I mean, I would have said the same for Stan Lee, and he had a Lazarus Pit, because the guy is immortal. But in a way, he still is immortal. Maybe he's not with us, physically, but his creations, his legacy, lives on, through his wonderful creations that he's given us. He's made us feel so many emotions through his characters. I mean, with Deadpool, in the Marvel cinema, in the whole Marvel, universe, Deadpool, for example, obviously, makes us feel laughter. Someone like the Punisher, and even this guy, even Daredevil, right? I'm gonna just keep him right here because it makes sense, right, for the video, and he's gonna keep shaking his head for the remainder of this video. But anyway, even Daredevil, they made us feel pain, they made us feel agony, they made us feel suffering, made us feel anger, But at the same time, you felt happiness, you felt joy, you felt, like you just felt relatability, especially with a character like Spider-Man, for example, who wasn't, a big muscle bound superhero. He was, just a wiry little nerd in high school. Something that I could relate to, except for the wiry part, of course. I'm a little bit more on the chunky side, obviously, but that's besides the point. I think someone like Stan Lee, who was a visionary and such a creative mind, he's able to develop all these different characters. It is definitely so. This is definitely a loss for the entertainment industry. I'm not even going to say the comic book industry, just the entertainment industry itself. Obviously, I'm not just covering. I mean, he happens to be a comic book, the head of the comic book, one of the biggest comic book giants ever. But through Marvel Comics, he was able to, what's the word? He was able to influence so many other avenues in entertainment. Like I mentioned, pro wrestling, other movies too. He's able to influence, and I think that's just amazing. And I think many people can only dream of achieving such success. So and I'm sorry if I'm not making sense. It's just stuff. This is kind of really, I've just been mulling over this all day, so I hope you guys understand that. But you all know the age-old saying: don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. And I'm definitely happy. Like I think Stan Lee lived an amazing life up to the age of 95. That's amazing. That's fantastic. How many people can say that we know of? I mean, there are people out there, but I'm just saying, like, how many people that we actually are interested in can we say have lived up to the age of 95? Not too many. Yeah, at least not for me. But, it's just, it's more the fact that someone like him has given so much. And it is definitely sad. But the thing is, he did so much in that long lifespan that he had, and if anything, we should take that as an inspiration to do more. We should take that as an inspiration to get out there and reach our full potential. Reach our full potential and break through it. Because, his most famous saying is obviously in the definition of his saying of the word Excelsior is something that relates to greatness, something of superior quality. And we want to achieve that superior quality in anything we do in life. Whatever it may be, whether it be making YouTube videos, or whether it's your job or your school or whatever. We want to achieve that superior quality. We want to strive for Excelsior, because that is what life's all about. At least one of the things is to strive for greatness, strive for excellence, not perfection, right? I heard someone say, and I think Stan Lee was an embodiment of that. He was an embodiment of excellence. You could see it in his characters. Look at Daredevil. Like thanks to the Netflix show, he's become one of my favorite Marvel characters, you know, along with these two guys, right? So, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what we have to do as human beings. So strive for excellence, and we will achieve it soon, right? And that's we will achieve it gradually. You know, that's what we should strive for anyway. But yeah, like I said, I'm not making sense. I know sometimes. I hope I made a little sense of what I said. Uh, but this has been a bit of a long day for me just because of this news, especially. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there. Sorry, Daredevil, but you know, Daredevil, is he gonna be? You gonna be okay, Daredevil? You gonna be okay? Yeah, you're gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay. Everyone's gonna be okay. We're all gonna be fine. But I just want to say that Stan Lee, thank you so much for everything you did. Thank you for your contribution to not just comic books, but entertainment in general. You know, because like I said, without you, Mr. Lee, I wouldn't be doing this. And I wish I had you know, I wish I had the good fortune of meeting you. Maybe even get an interview or something. Because I do plan. Because one of the plans on my channel is to do interviews of prominent people in, you know, the areas that I cover. And Stan Lee obviously was one of them. That would have been like the dream interview for me, which sucks. But hey, you know, such is life, right? So anyway, I'm talking too much. It's gonna be like, this video is like 12 minutes long already, but it's gonna be a little over that, right? But yeah, Stan Lee, again, thank you for everything. I cannot stress how much you've impacted my life and many people's life. I'm sure everyone who watches this, I'm sure, right? You will be missed. You may be gone, but you're definitely not forgotten. And may you forever rest in power. Excelsior.